Good morning, part two number guys. Something awesome here today, folks. First off, I'm Colin. This is Inside Cycling World. I didn't know if I have enough time to do this, but guys, Tour de France Femmes, avec, Zwift, stage one. The Neutralized start just rolled out. It's on, folks. It is on. Let me just get set up here. Figure out what I'm doing, guys. Oh, I don't even have that on, do I? So we need to do this quickly. Let me figure this out, guys. Oh, why is it not capturing that window? Okay, so we don't have that anymore. Okay, guys, I got to get reset here. I think I just need to jump out here and get this going again. This should make it happen here. If I jump back there now. There we go. All set, guys. Okay, boom, guys. Colin here, Inside Cycling World. We just completed stage 20 of the Tour de France. Awesome finish by Caden Groves there, Alpecin de Koenig. Really good race, really rainy. Looks like we got about a 6-kilometer neutralized start here at the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift, guys. Let's get it. Let me jump in. Let me get situated here. I got to make sure that I'm live. I need to get my chat open here, in case anyone's joining the chat. This is still stage 20 from this morning. Let's let that catch up, guys. So what do we got, guys? We're en route here now. We are going from Vans to Plumelec. It is live. It's a 79-kilometer course described as hilly. And at first, when I looked at it, I only saw two categorized climbs. I saw a Cat 4 and Cat 3. I'm like, really? Is that hilly? I didn't think it was that hilly. However, just so you know, this second climb near the end, this category free, Côte du Cordoal, they go up at 3 times. And they actually finish at the top of it. So we're going to have 3 passages of it. I still want to get this going over here. And if I don't see this popping in right away, I'm going to have to, it is there. Perfecto. Here we go, guys. I can now do this. So I was kind of wondering the timing of this. They start, and it was really funny because I saw some of the women's stages starting a bit later, some starting very early. The men's stage 20 started super early this morning. Okay. Thankfully, I just got an audio feed here. So now we're actually getting audio feed here from the Tour de France. So we will be going up this climb 3 times at the end here. 80 kilometers, high energy, fast racing, guys. Let's get over here and we will take, actually we can do it here. Let's take a look at the route. Here's the map. We are in Brittany again, folks. I feel like I'm on home territories here. Let's zoom out a little bit. I've already seen the flags of Breton waving. Demi Vollering sitting on the front here, right in the middle, folks. Loving this. So exciting for them. So here's stage 1. Vans to Plumelec. You can see at the end here, we end up going up this loop. So we're going to go up 1 time, do a full loop. A second time, go around. And the last time, we're going to finish at the very top there. That will be the absolute finish there. Oh, they got the sprint point there too. I know the first sprint point is not till 52 kilometers into the stage, so that's probably where we're going to be sitting, 52K in. We're going to jump back here quickly. I did want to show you this to get ready for the route. Just so you can see where we're going. I do want to show you... Okay, this is different than what I saw before. Let's jump into the videos here. Okay, anyways. Let's come back here. We're going to jump to the live route. Guys, the caravan's just heading out now. Let's get it. Okay, white jersey competition. There's only 12 riders at this year's tour competing for the white jersey for the best young rider. Those 12 were all born after the 1st of January, 2003. We're on the neutralized start. There's a polka dot jersey as well. Let's just roll down through the tour stream here. Kasia Niewiadoma on the right. Demi Vollering on the left. She's got a new team this year. This is them at the starting line. We will go through the teams too, guys. So I'm going to go bounce through all that stuff. Let me just get this warmed up here a little bit. Travels with Tony's back already, dude. Good to have you here. Yeah, dude, I jumped off and I saw I had about 40 minutes. So I've been outside, done all stuff, fueled up on a peanut butter and jam sandwich. And I thought, let's do it. Otherwise, I'd be playing too much catch-up later. So I was going to watch them all later today. After, I might as well do it now. Joey Jojo is upstairs sleeping at the moment. At least I hope she is. Just trying to figure out who all the people are here in the director's car. So they did the presentation for the teams this morning. I'd like to see that on a separate day. I think that'd be really cool. So they did this presentation first thing this morning, I would imagine, right before they kicked off. Lottie Kopecky here, world champion bands. Who else we got here? Here's the EF team. So great seeing all these new Team SD Works Pro Time is ready for battle, folks. Ready for battle. Still says 4 kilometers to go here. I'm going to bounce over here, folks. Yeah, they're not even showing up yet. Caravan's going out. The actual start point is in Vans, just on the outskirts of Vans. It's go time, folks. It is go time. Take a look at the teams here. You'll see a lot of familiar names here. Some have like little slight changes on the name. A slight different sponsor comes in, like EF Education, Oatly. SD Works Pro Time here. Team Visma Lisa Bike, same name. There's a UAE team, ADQ, Movistar, Lidl Trek. That's bright on me. AG Insurance, Sudal. Team Picnic Postal, Post NL. Sorry, I keep wanting to do that all the time. You'll also see Cofidis Women, UnoX Mobility, Liv Alula Jayco. Little spin on the name there. Liv being the women's kind of oriented bikes. I think it's by Giant. Kind of, the bikes are built more for the geometries of women. Arkea B&B Hotels woman here. This team here, Certizit. Very dominant, very strong team. It's going to be interesting to get into all the riders. Guys, I've watched so much lately. I watched the Giro Donne. I watched the entire Tour de France Femmes from last year and a bunch of other racing. I was watching the Femme Vuelta. They have that earlier in the year. So let's get to the stage here. Jumping in. I'm sure most of you don't even know I'm here, and that's okay. We're just going to keep rocking, folks. Keep rocking. So Tony's here. Tony, looks like you're number 1 in the chat today, folks. Number 1 in the chat. Wow, Tony ducked out for a quick 40K ride. Liv is Giant. Thanks, Tony. Double duty, definitely double duty. Here is Elisa Longo Borghini. She just won the Giro Donne. That was overlapped with the very beginning of the Tour de France. Very experienced rider. Decked out in her Italian jersey. Ooh, here's the Movistar rider. I think this is Marlon Reusser. Yeah, it is. Number 71. This must be the team leader. This rider is a contender. Really cool looking bikes too. Love it. Jay Taylor, good morning all. Jay, you're here. Jay, I think you missed most of the last stage, but you're just on time for this one here. The women are kicking it off right now. I think there is, if we jump back here, I think there's 154 riders, I believe. How many teams we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. That's right. They only have 7 riders per team. 1 rider less. That gives us 154 riders. Correctamundo. I do know math a little bit. So 154 riders. So it's 30 rides smaller than Tour de France men. It's going to be good. So tough course today. Shorter. Fast. Let's take a look at this here. I want to show you. So we got 9 stages in total. We're going to work our way basically from the northwest corner of France and Breton. Crash already. We got a crash already. In the neutralized start. I'd say probably 10 riders are down on the ground right now. This might delay the start. A lot of Cofidis riders. trying to figure out who this all is here. Yeah, road furniture everywhere. Concrete medians. Oh, there was a banner thing in the middle with the bag over it saying, be careful. They hit that. So they kind of hit like the straw bale bag that's over. Don't hit this. Someone just got, they were swerving like this on either side, and that poor one right at the back hit it. Took everyone down. And lots of concrete barriers in the ground. It's kind of where they're like diverging the road. Yeah, that's tough there. Evan saying, I got to pull for Liddell again, but I know no one on the team. Dude, let's know about them right now. Come on, bro. So, Evan, let's learn. I know a few of them. Balsamo Brand. Lucinda Brand. This is a name you guys should know. Lucinda Brand is quite a well-known name. Fisher Black. Marcus. Oh, I do know this name too. I don't know how to pronounce it though. I'm trying to hear some of the announcements of the names. Norsgaard, Berg, Hansen, and Van. Your guess is as good as mine. Van A. Let's get it. So we'll probably look at the teams in a lot more. Let's look at FDJ Suez. So the number one rider, GC contender here, Demi Vollering. This is the 4th edition of the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. Annemiek van Vleuten won the first one. Demi won the second one. Cassia Niodoma won the third one. That was last year. And this one's up for grabs. Big favorite right here is Demi Vollering. And I said during the Stage 20 broadcast of the men's tour that Demi is the Poggy of the women's tour. Very, very strong rider. We've got Chabi here. Let's see what her first name is. I'd like to know that. Elise Chabi. Okay. Crack Labousse. This is a name you should know too. Watch this rider here as well. Juliette Labousse. Very strong rider. Emlinette Linné, maybe? I think way back when there was an FDJ team, there was Francis Dejeu in the men's field. I want to see here, guys, still neutralized start. They're trying to let riders come on that fell in that crash. So they're working their way back up now. Wollaston here, New Zealander. Quickly look for the 4 stars and there's red in them. That's your trick. And Music. Evita Music, French rider. Yeah, tough uphill finish today, guys. 3 laps of that Category 3 climb, the Côte du Cadoudal. Let me take a look at this here. That last climb, it's only 1.7 kilometers, 6.2% gradient. This will be an awesome place to attack. First time around, second time around, or are you strong enough and you just wait till the end? Okay, guys. Jay Taylor, I was working out, did a run walk, about 15K. First 10K was barefoot. Ooh, that's why I missed a man. Yeah, lots of crashes, guys. Lots of crashes. Oh, travels with Tony. Lives in Vienna, but he's from New York City. Tony, how did you get over there? Yeah, they've all got back up, but they're working their way back in very slowly. So we're past the neutralized start. Yeah, kilometer 0 is coming up right now, but we're going to be going past it. Guys, switch to the water. Trying to get hydrated before my bike ride. So guys, it's going to be the same format as the men's state race. We're going to be exactly the same as the men's race. And guys, it's awesome racing. Trust me. Juliette Labousse is dropping back. Probably like top 10 GC rider right here. Yeah, she's just taking her time going back. She is in the cars. I don't know when they're going to start this thing. Director was out with the yellow flag. Jay Taylor's in Florida. Very hot. Ooh, the humidity. No thanks. Tony. Lived overseas for like 20 years, retired now, and do cycling videos of your velo routes. Oh, cool, dude. So that should have made sense to me. So Travels with Tony is probably your YouTube channel? Dude, I didn't even know that. I'm going to jump on it after. Yeah, Juliette Labousse is taking her time at the back here. I think she's getting her radio adjusted. No rush. Former French champion. And like they said, they're going to hold off starting until she gets back in. Especially for the former French champion. So she is on the same team as Demi Vollering. And a lot of controversy last year. Yellow jersey down. Everyone goes on the attack. And Demi lost a bunch of time. Where the fault lies, who knows? So this is going to be about 79K. I think this is going to be like 2 hours, something like that. So the routes are generally shorter. I think there's one route later in the tour. Let's take a look at it as we're in the Neutralized start. So stage 2 is Brest to Quimper, 110 kilometers. Stage 3 is 165 kilometers of flat stage. Stage 4, flat again, 130. Stage 5 is getting hilly, 166K. Then we do stage 6, mountain stage. Yeah, this looks like a tough one. 10.2 kilometers at 5.6%. 4 categorized climbs on that day. We got another hilly stage. We're getting close to Chambéry. That we were near that with the men's tour this year. So they're moving way down from the west side in a southeasterly direction towards the Alps. And the tour's off. It has started now, guys. Here is the next day for the women, stage 7, category 2, category 4, and a category 2, the Col de Granier. Everyone knows that name. 9 kilometers at 5.4%. And we've already got a rider off the front. We got one rider off the front right away. Peloton's trying to react now. Let me just get caught up here, guys. This one here. Chambéry to Saint-François Longchamp. This is up the Col de la Lotes. This is partway up the Col de la Lotes. Almost positive about that. Yeah, it is. We passed through here to the very top of the Col de la Lotes. Let's see if they call it that. Oh, Col de la Madeleine. So I'll have to look that up then. 19 kilometers at 8% gradient. That sounds pretty tough to me. Let's jump in, guys. Here's our groups right now. One rider up front, El Tomasi. Laura Tomasi here, Italian rider, rides for Laboral. Okay, Fondazione Escudati. I know how to say that. Euskadi Escutel. It's northern Spain, in the Basque region. I'm just going to call it Laboral for now. So she's off the front right now. Take a look at our groups. So you can see where we start. I'll zoom out a little bit for you. The Breton coast here. Here's Brest. We're heading there, I think, tomorrow. And we're going to be traveling completely on a diagonal across France here. We'll be up, down in this region eventually, probably along the Swiss border. So that would be stage 8. And then after that, we have one more stage, another mountain stage, 124 kilometers. Take a look at this guy. Category 1. Ooh. Look at this. HC climb right in the middle of the stage, Col de Jouplan. That's a brutal one. Finishing up the Col du Corbier, and we still keep climbing up to the finish. So lots of awesome racing coming up, guys. We'll jump to the route, and we'll get to the race. So early attack right away. We see her off the front right now. And I think people are going to slowly start drifting in. Like, they're probably thinking, wow, this guy's actually doing this? Yes, I am, bros. I was talking about doing just a recap show on Monday morning, but I'm doing it. Tomorrow's going to be a tough one again, because I think tomorrow the women's tour, the Femmes, starts super early, and they want to get that finished before the men's tour starts for the final stage. Men's tour tomorrow for me, I think, starts at 9 o'clock in the morning, 9:15. So now I understand why they did that. I'm like, why are some stages so early and this one's late? The men's tour is finishing. They don't want to overlap the races. We've got a second rider going up the road here, folks. I think she's trying to bridge across right now. This is a Dutch rider, Maud Rienbeek. Rides for Volker Vessel's cycling team. So this is probably a Pro Series team, I would imagine. Again, a lot of the names are just slight tweaks on other ones, but some are Pro Series teams. So let's watch then. More counterattacks coming, guys. They're all trying to get up there now. All the teams are sending their riders up. Here's our main peloton. And if you didn't know, Cassia Nieuwedoma is married to Taylor Phinney. Oh, I see how they're doing this. Here they've got all the riders with their teams in that group. There's a lot of super... Ooh, look at this guy. If I say guy, it's an accident. Anna Vanderbriggen, like super, super experienced rider, actually went into retirement and came out of retirement to race again. So she's in that pack there. I'll just follow the race here for now. That's right. The smaller teams are going to want to be at the front, get recognition just for sponsors, and also anything they can win here helps them in UCI point standings. Okay, guys, let me jump back here. Ooh, Friends Louis. This guy was in the chat earlier. Friends Louis Galino Aguilar, Kasia Nieuwedoma will win. So we've got some support here for Kasia here, Polish rider. Tony saying the stages for the women just keep getting tougher every day. Yeah, it does. It's kind of more what I would say is a classic Tour de France, like from the old days to me. Kind of the flatter stages at the beginning. They start getting hilly and then just get slammed with climbs at the end. It is only 9 stages. And kind of in my head, I kind of think at first, well, why isn't it the same length? The reality is it doesn't need to be the same length. It really doesn't. And I got to take a drink, guys. Like I told you, yesterday afternoon was the first time my voice started to hurt a little bit. I think it's okay to have the stages shorter too. It's more intense, fast racing. You don't have 4 or 5 hours to make a move. The race might only be 2 hours long. If you're going to go for it, you better go now. We only have 74 kilometers remaining already. So if you're going to go on a break, if you're going to make a move, you need to be aggressive. Second place rider on the road, this is Maud Rienbeek, is caught up with, what was her name? Her first name. Laura Tomasi here, an Italian rider. So those two are on the front. They are working together now. Let's see if Laura looks back. She did give her a quick peek over her shoulder. Come on through, help me out. Keep rolling through the chat here, guys. Jay's asking, why will Kasia win? Well, she won last year, Jay, so she is the defending champion. Debbie Vollering is a champion from the year before, and Annemiek, the legendary Annemiek van Vleuten, was the winner of the inaugural Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. So this is only the 4th edition. Just like a little bit of history, and I don't know a ton about it, guys, because I don't know every race. I think the first ever Tour de France women's version they ran was way back in 1955, but it was very scaled back. And then in the 80s, they had these very, very, I guess they were kind of like longer one-day races. That's been going on for quite a while, but now they finally have their own official Tour de France. So, awesome. And I love it. It's just more bike racing. One ends, the other one starts. Okay, these two are up front right now. Racing away. They've got a 16-second gap there. Guys, I will be using Bike Terra for this. I did talk to Matt this morning over at Bike Terra. I just sent him a quick message, and he said they'll be everything ready for Bike Terra will be up for stage 3. So for today, we're going to have to do this without Bike Terra, which has been really cool to use. Friends is betting on Kasia. Swoosh Kid, Lottie Kopecky, Fisher Blackfan. Okay. Swoosh, anything you know about the women's cycling, just drop your info in here. Guys, I've watched so much of it. I've just started reading about it. I would probably know a lot more about it if I wasn't doing all the other stage stuff for the Tour de France. By the time I do that stage, I'm kind of wiped out. So I've got a bunch of reading to do today. I've watched a ton of the racing. I'm kind of really cheering for Marlon this year, Marlon Reusser. Let's see where she is. She rides for Movistar. Right here. Marlon Reusser. I'm not Swiss, so I don't know how to say her name exactly, but she is a super strong time trialist. Very strong time trialist. She beat everyone at the Giro in the time trial. So, you know me, guys. I love time trialists, so I will be cheering for her. 2 riders up front. 11-second gap, so it doesn't look like it's going anywhere quick. I don't think it will be allowed to. Energy levels are going to be extremely high here for the very beginning of the Tour de France Femmes. I'll probably end up shortening it down. I won't say the full name every time. Did change the jersey back to the Inside Cycling World jersey here, guys. I just want to move some stuff around. Joey's going to think I'm probably crazy for doing all of this today. Just got a few people in the streamer now. 34 people watching. Let's get it growing, guys. Like the channel if you can. I'm seeing some new names already. Travels from Basque Country is amazing for cycling. Okay. Jordo Meyer here saying, sorry, but in these times of women's rights, shouldn't the ladies be doing a distance as the men do? Sorry, but all the ladies around me all want to be treated the same. So, yeah, dude, I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I just think it's still a cool event. It's 9 stages. It used to be 8 stages. Now it's at 9. But I did hear people talking about it, and this was at a women's race event. Female commentators, and they were saying, do we really need it to be the exact same as the men to be as exciting? I can see that too. I would love to see it be just as long. It's more bike racing to watch, but I can still really appreciate this, I guess. Travels with Tony saying they make so little money. I have no idea what the women's cyclists make. In fact, I barely know what the men's cyclists make half the time. There's just like, if you do try to find out, it's pretty hard to find out the numbers. Like, what does your average pro cyclist make? A couple $100,000 a year? I don't know. I mean, I think Jonas is like around 5 million euros. Poggy's probably around 8 million euros. But what would a domestique on a team make? If you look at the limits, it's like really low. Like the limits that are in place on a pro team are like 40,000 euros a year. Like, I don't think I'd be a pro cyclist for 40,000 euros a year. Oh, here's another big name, Sarah Gigante. Maybe you say Gigante. I think she's Australian. I believe so. Rides for the Soudal team. Let's take a look at her. Then we'll all get to know all the teams. I don't know their jerseys very well. Here, AG Insurance Soudal team. This Australian rider right here. Could be a contender for GC overall. Top 10 GC type thing. Depends how the race happens. We're going to watch it all unfold. They now have a 27-second lead, so they are letting them get away. The two up front are working quite well together. Let me just keep an eye on them for a second here. See if we get an arm flick to come through. 43 kilometers an hour on the front for these two. Looks like they're taking long turns up front. I'm going to jump back to the chat here. Okay, so Jordo's talking in German. I've lost track of what he's saying there. So I can need a translation. Jordo wants men's rights, I guess. He wants to know if the men should race the same distance as the women. I'm fine with the way the two of them are. Travels with Tony. Domestiques and support riders, 40 to 80,000 euros per year. I mean, for the amount of work is that's modern for like World Tour men. I know when you look at the UCI rules, they have like limits. Like you can't make any less than this amount of money to be considered a pro, and the lowest end is so low. Considering these riders probably probably train 320 days, 340 days out of the year. Swoosh Kid, Azure does Jojo. No, she doesn't. I took her on bike riding one day on her bike with the bell in the basket, and she barely made it home. She did do it, though. Since then, the bike's been parked in the barn. Road furniture, road splitting up here, guys. Just keeping an eye. I'm just waiting for a counterattack to go off. They're probably going to stick together right before the Côte de Botsagallo. We know there's going to be a mad sprint. So if you look at the screen right now, this Plumalik here, that's the first passage. That sprint point is the same hill that we're going to take where the category 3 is. That's the exact same hill. And it's the exact same hill where we finish. They're going to climb up at the top of the hill and be done. I'll try to show you that here on the map of the route again. Let's take a look at the map. Oh, I got to do that, don't I? I keep saying, you'd think I would know how to do this. So let's take a look at the map. When I first saw the two climbs and I saw the climb, I'm like, how is this hilly? It's hilly because of this here. I don't need that open, do I? There's the category 4. The sprint point is actually buried underneath the first climb of the category 3 here. So it's right before it, and the finish line is there. So they're going to pass through the sprint point and the KOM point back to back. So that's kind of interesting. The sprint leader might get the first KOM points. I just thought about that. So that's interesting. They're going to just tuck into Plumalik here, do a full loop out into the countryside. They do a full loop. They're going to come up at a second time. KOM points. They come around for a third time, and they're going to end. Let's get zoomed right in. Here it is. There's the 3 points. There's the finish line. So if we take a look, sporting stakes, let's see what they show us. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out. 2 points for the category 1, 3 points for the category 3, and I'm assuming we're going to do that 3 times. That's my guess. 25 points for the first passage through that. So yeah, we're going to figure this all at the end. I'm not sure if they're giving points for every time they go up the coat, or is it the first time up? We're going to get to all that. Still watching these two riders out front, working hard. No one's in between right now, guys. We'll just get the map like this. Jump to the chat. Hope we can get some more people in here soon. Slowly growing, guys. Slowly growing. This is exactly how the other videos went. Travels with Tony. That's why so many women do cyclocross all winter. Okay, so they got their kind of secondary form of racing. Yeah, there's a lot of good racers here, guys. Lots of good racers. Slowly building, guys. Slowly building. The Peloton right now is roughly, looks like it's about 450 meters behind the 2 leaders. I'm just going to see this tracker over here. About a 30-second gap. Is that still holding? 32-second gap. Let's just call it 30 for now. So Laura Tomasi and Maud Rinbeek are in the lead together. First climb is at 29.3 kilometers. They've called it something different, so this climb might go under 2 names. I just want to have a look at this here and see if it lines up. Yeah, it is the same spot. So here they're calling it the Côte de Bossaglio, and here they're calling it the Côte de la Richard. So might be just named differently in the towns in the area. It's a short one. It says it's only 800 meters at 5%. So it could be a good launch point, though. So that is correct there. That occurs after 29.3 kilometers. Sprint points at 51.4. Then they've got the climb being at 65. So I'm going to guess that maybe they're giving climb points. Because these two are so close together, I think the first passage around, there's going to only be sprint points. You can see the green sprint point there. Then it says the points for the climb are on the second passage. So you're going to climb, you're going to do the sprint, climb, go around, then you get points, third passage around. I think there's sprint points at the end. I don't think there's any more climb points. It's kind of my understanding here. We're going to figure this all out. 30-second gap, these two just sitting on the front, 22 degrees Celsius, traveling at 43.3 kilometers an hour. Winds are super light here. We are in the right part of the worlds for winds. the Breton Coast. We know with the men we saw some pretty awesome echelons and crosswinds happening. So the women are racing all winter long doing cyclocross. Share the video, guys. Share it with anyone you know that might be interested. I think we can really get some good coverage of the Women's Tour de France here this year. I think there's a lot of hype behind it too. I need to get back over to this video here. And we are live. They're just basically riding as one block peloton right now. The whole road is blocked off. I'll tell you who's on the front here, which teams I can identify. Remember, some of the jerseys even look different. So it's going to take a little bit to get familiar with them. I might as well blow this up full screen so I can see it really good. Remember, 154 riders have started here. 2 riders up front. The typical sleeping policeman in the middle of the road. These things are everywhere. I guess there's people everywhere here, though. We don't have that here. Actually, 1,140 meters of climbing. That's a pretty good climbing day, I would say. Enough climbing that you really feel it at the end. This is quite punchy, quite rolly here. So this is kind of more like a classics rider event. So riders that are really good going all up one day. Eliza Longo Borghini on the far right-hand side of the road. That looks like, I think that's the picnic team. Yeah, that's the picnic team over on the left-hand side of the road. Visma Lisa Bike dead center. And again, some of these jerseys are way different from what I'm used to seeing. The Italian champion is very easy to spot. I think she wears that jersey every year. Super dominant. Those must be your teammates there. Hi, Fred's back. Fred Weiss. Fred's asking, how long does the Femmes Tour de France date back to? This version of it this is only the 4th running of it. Like the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. This is the 4th running of it. We've got 3 different winners: Annemiek van Vleuten, Demi Vollering, and Kasia Niewiadoma. So 2 of these riders are in the race this year: Kasia and Demi Vollering. Annemiek van Vleuten is retired. Seen some great videos of her on YouTube. I don't know who I was watching on YouTube. He's out riding. A really good cyclist. I can't even remember the name of the video. I couldn't even tell you what it was. He's out riding, probably in the Dolomites somewhere. Really good cyclist. And he catches a rider, and it was Annemiek van Vleuten. Like, she was so strong. He rode with her. He kept trying to ride with her and trying to see her. Eventually, she just dropped him. And she was super friendly to the dude too. I don't. At least in the video, he never actually asked, "Hey, are you?" But she was fully decked out in the kit at the time, so it must have been her. Yeah, Fred. They did try to run it. They also ran it in the 80s, and there was also in the 2000s here where they would do like a one-day event. They would just do a one-day event for the Women's Tour de France. And I'm like, I don't understand this at all. This is not a Tour de France. This is a one-day stage race. So it's really cool. No, sorry, Fred. So I'm answering you as you're asking the question. I think since it just became this incarnation of it, they just went from 8 stages last year to 9 this year. Will they ever get to 21 stages? I don't know. Do they need to get to 21 stages? Stages are shorter in general, but we do have a couple of long ones this year. When they do take on the climbs, it's the same climb as what the men are doing at the Tour de France. Which one was it? It was stage 9. Take a look at this one. I'm going to show it again here. Stage 9, Tour de France. This is a hard one. This guy right here. The Col du Joux-Plane. 11.6 kilometers at 8.5%. This is a super lumpy day right here. And the day before too. Yeah, I could have done that easier, couldn't I have? The day before, Chambéry, Col de Madeleine. Take a look at this guy right here. This stage, only 111 kilometers, a ton of climbing, category 1. I don't know if I even know that climb. The Col du Plan Place, 13.2 kilometers at 6%. Then we've got a sprint about halfway through when you're all tired. We descend into the valley, into the sprint. Category 2, 4.8 kilometers at 6%, and then we finish up this guy right here, Col de la Madeleine, 18.6 kilometers at 8%. This Saint Francois Longchamp, I swear we passed by that yesterday on the Col de la Lotes. Positive. So I'm going to look into that after the video. Obviously, I can't really do it right now. Still got a 36-second gap. When are these teams going to start getting heated up? Probably over this first little bump here that's not categorized. So yeah, it's gone to 9 stages this year. Before that, it was 8 stages. Fred Rice, so it is a work in progress. What mountain stages to tackle? They're going to be right in the corner, the same area where the men just finished up. Let's see how I'm going to do this here for you. Here's the official route of the Tour de France. Yeah, here's the map. I know this is very bright. We start... Oh, how did that happen? We start in the top corner in Brittany. We do a couple. So we're right here at Vans right now. We're in the middle. We're going to transfer to Brest tonight and then finish at Quimper. Bounce back over in this direction. We slowly start working our way through the central part of France. We will be going through the Massif Central. So there probably is some lumpy stages here. I would imagine stage... What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I imagine stage 6 is quite lumpy. Another transfer. You know, we're right on the edge of the Alps here. So we're in like the awesome part of the world where the men just went through, where they had 2 brutal days in the mountains. Before I leave this part, what did I say? Stage 6? I want to take a look at that. The route again. Stage 6. It's classified as a mountain stage. We're going through the Massif Central there. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, so this is stage 6. We're right in the middle of France here, cutting our way across. Category 3, Cat 1, another Cat 2, and then it's kind of like a run for the border. This last little hill here might be super important. Jump over that and then get away on the descent. Okay. Slowly building, guys, slowly building. Evan. Oh, Emma Norsgaard's birthday today. Liedel Rider. Dude, let's take a look. Good stuff. So Evan is supporting Liedel Trek. Evan, is that your favorite team? Here she is. Yeah, it's her birthday. Happy birthday to Emma Norsgaard Berg. So July 26, 1999. She's out there right now. So Evan, that must be your favorite team. 2 riders at the front working well together. Head of the course, 41k an hour. It just showed that. It's jumping around. The Peloton was at 45. Still hovering at about 400 meter gap. They're just up the road, guys. Just up the road. But, you know, they're in front of the cameras. This is very important. We all know this in cycling. Some people call it a TV attack. Sure, whatever you want to call it. It's eyes on these companies that are sponsoring these teams. That's the reason their names are on these jerseys. Temperature 22 degrees, so we're not suffering through that wild, crazy weather we saw. What was it in the Pyrenees where we had 36, 37 degrees Celsius? Peloton flying along through the wheat fields here, guys. These helicopter shots are awesome. Let me jump to the map here. And we'll go back to the race. Yeah, it's just a 30-second lead. That's all we're doing right now. Okay, looks like they're calling this last climb 2 different names. It's the same as the other one. They called it by 2 different names. So we're just going to hang here for now, and I'm going to catch up with the chat a little bit here. Guys, really good. Love the chat. Sometimes it's very, very hard for me to keep up. Those chats in the morning are just insane. But I want to get to everyone. Everyone's got something good to add in. Swoosh Kid saying 2020 Femmes Tour de France was televised, even though they were all on. Oh, dude, I didn't know that. Wow. So, okay, yeah, it would have been COVID time, right? Yeah, it would have been COVID time. So the 2020 Tour de France for the women was televised, even though they were all on Zwift at their homes. So again, virtual cycling, that's what it's all about. That's how my channel got started, was virtual cycling. You guys have seen it on Bike Terra. Hey, good news, guys. I guess I got bumped up to being a full subscriber on Bike Terra. Matt and Anslow figured I was going to get it anyways to promote me up. So I should have better draw distance now for all my videos. I can show off the app a little bit more. And we will be seeing the women's tour. I honestly talked to Matt between the end of the men's tour stage and the start of the women's tour stage today. So I had like that little window. Hey, Matt. And he goes, we can't get it till stage 3. Tony here. The Tour de France Femmes was run under different names. That's right. Going back as far as 84. A one-off in 55. I did mention that. But the current rendition by Zwift is in year 4. That's right. Avec Zwift. Yeah, no Paris ending. You're right. Yeah, so all the ones before the modern time here, I think they were all just like one-off races. That's all they were. It was kind of like just a side thought. And I think I remember some of them too would be like one mountain day. And it's like, okay, well, this is not really a Tour of France. So I'm all for making it a Tour of France for the women. Like, these women are incredible cyclists. These women could outride any of us. I might be able to outsprint them for 1 second, and then I would fade, and they would laugh at me as I'm on the side of the road. And I'm only outsprinting them because I'm a lot bigger than they are. Who's this? Dreamt? Timesys. Where's Cat's results? Paladin. Why no Tour de France for Cat? Okay, I'm having a hard time. I know who you're talking about here. Paladin is a name. She's a rider in this tour. I forget what team she rides on. If someone can help me out with that. I just saw her name before too. Let's just jump through the teams here. She's very experienced, has been around a long time. Seen things busting apart here on the Peloton as we take on this climb here. Some riders just hanging on to the back. So if someone knows what team she rides for. Okay, upgrade your mind. Andrew again. Great job, Colin. Dude, I'm trying here. So Dreamt. Okay, that's a hard name for me. I'm just going to call him Dreamt or Dream. How about just Big Dream? The Dream Team. Having trouble with that second name. Van Dijk didn't make the team too. Dream, do you follow women's cycling? Are you fully involved? If so, please share your wealth of knowledge here. Wow, looking up a giant open pit mine here going by in the area. Geology comes ringing through right away. Yep. UAE Paladin. Okay, thank you so much. Let's do that right now, guys. Let's jump in and check out the teams here. I think this is a cool part of doing this every day because, guys, I don't follow this all the time. I have enough troubles following all the other stuff, but here's Paladin. I think I saw her down on the bottom. No, not here. I thought it was UAE. UAE Paladin. I thought she was here. I'm positive she's here. Anyway, guys, here's someone that you should know. Elisa Longo Borghini. She just won the Giro, which was in the very beginning of July here. Just going to jump back. I want to see. Oh, and on screen right now, Marlon Reusser. Yeah, time trial warrior. Super, super strong. No time trial this year, though. Very good in breakaways. Very powerful. Okay, Doug saying first time watching women's cycling. Yeah, guys, that's the problem. There hasn't been enough women's cycling shown. Super high level. Well, I guess someone here is having a wedding and it's all being filmed from the helicopter. They're all waving. It's definitely a wedding. Jordo saying it's not a Tour of France. Dude, it's getting there. They go all the way across France. They do go from one side of France to the other. And on the front here, it's split up already. It has split up. Maud Rinbik has gone on the attack, leaving Laura Tomasi behind. Let me just confirm the name. Thank you, Laura Tomasi here. And the gap has opened up quick. Laura did react, but Maud is on a mission here, guys. Maud is on a mission. She's looking at this Cat 4. She's looking at the bump that's coming up, actually. This could be a categorized climb. Here we go. There's a little bump before the Category 4 climb. She's going to try to launch over that and go on a breakaway. Jumping back here to the live tracking. So, yeah, you can quickly see here. It's opened up to 27 seconds. The Peloton's only 7 seconds behind Laura. Watching the attack again, Maud goes from second place. Launch is over. Looks like she was trying to chase the motorbike. That's the typical move, what you would do. The motorbike's well away from her. Wonder how much the motos have been warned for the women's race. So we got the Dutch rider on the front. Yeah, Tony right here. So Tony, much to watch. It's called the Giro Donne, and it happened like in the first week of the Tour de France as well. The men's Giro women individual time trial was really fast, 49 kilometers an hour for the winner, Marlon Rooser. Guys, guess what? Go on your bike today and try to ride at 49 kilometers an hour. Insane, super fast. She's the rider that was ranked 84th in the world last year, and this year she's number 4. I should have the other side open to show you all her cycling stats, but she's got tons of second place finishes this year, like just super dominant. Someone told me that she had an injury last year that prevented her from racing. Then I think I saw a picture this morning in the Tour de France feed, one of the riders here with her newborn. So that's something we don't think about, or I don't. I'll always use myself as an example. Oh yeah, you got to take a year off because you got to have a baby. You're not training anymore. Then they got to try to come back from that. So other considerations, right? And I said to myself when I was going to do this, I'm not going to be men's versus women's. They're all pro athletes, guys. They're all pro athletes. I don't want to just say, oh, well, we got the men's here and we got the women's here. Like it's something super different. It is, but they're still pro athletes. That's what I want to focus on. Kim. Okay, Kim LaSalle has been around before. Kim, where you at? I know, Kim, you've been hanging out in the other one. Thank you so much, Kim. I'm going to come back here. Kim says Canyon SRAM, another one of the main teams. And I did see her name this morning. I kind of stared at all of them. Canyon SRAM here. Zonda Crypto. Paladin right here. So 1993. So very experienced. Ludwig. Ooh, some of these names. Ooh. Okay, here's Dygart right here. And the winner from last year. So this is a team that's going to be at the front. Trying to... I'm sure all these riders want to be the first person to get 2 wins. And Cassie is going to be going for it this year. So born in 94, so she's just 30 years old now. Jumping back here. Kim, thank you so much. Kim, any other information you have? That's perfect. Travel Tony's. With the money the organizers can generate, it's like that in all sports. Yeah, that's true. Wino Cat Ferguson. This is Dream again. You'll have to let me know who that is. Paladin is there. I meant Persico. Okay, so maybe Kim can help with that name too. I don't know enough of their names yet, guys. Okay, I'm just reading here, guys. Sorry. I get caught up in the chat. Looking at this again. 20-second gap now to Maud up front here. Mord. I wonder how you actually say that. Mord Rinbeek. Do you say Beek or is it Beck? It's got to be like Rinbeek. Riding for a Volker Vessels cycling team. 52 kilometers remaining. Category 4 coming up, guys. About a 20-second gap. Visma Lisa bike on the front. EF is on the front there as well. Looks like the EF team, and it's EF Education Oatly, I think is what it's called here. That's what I saw. Looks like they have a Swiss champion on their team. Let's get that figured out. Yeah, right here. EF Education Oatly. So I got to figure out who that sponsor is. Ooh, Kristen Faulkner's here. Hey guys, remember this name too. Remember this name right here. Another big gun. And here is, it's the Canadian champion. It's Allison Jackson. I should have known this. So Allison Jackson, obviously Canadian. I wasn't sure if she was even on the team because I've only seen these full teams this morning. So when I got up at, I don't know what time it was, 3:15 this morning, I started seeing the names popping in. As of yesterday, they weren't showing the names. 22 seconds, guys. This is probably going to come back on the climb here. Again, I think it's a super short climb. Yeah, 800 meters. But it is lumpy after that. Cat is awesome. So young still. Diger, this is a Dream Team here. Dream Team, I hope you're okay with your name. I see a Dream, I see a T, and then I see a second name that looks like it could be a team. Dagger can win this stage 1. Yeah, guys, lots of different styles of riders here. It's exactly the same as the men's racing. There's GC contenders, there's climbers, there's really good bike handlers here who do a lot of cyclocross racing, time trialists, and more of classic styles riders. Like Dygert as mentioned. I think Lorena Wiebes, I don't know if I just say Wiebes. I'll have to listen to that a little bit. Wiebes. She's a very, very good one-day racer. When I looked at her UCI points, really good finishes at stage races, but all of her good points were at the one-day races. Like, she's good for going out and just going super hard for a full day over rough terrain. Okay, so Eliza's team is on the far... Yeah, so that's the UAE team. On the far right, EF sitting in the middle, Visma Lisa bike on the left-hand side. And guys, I'll have to start learning all these other jerseys here. Let's get this growing, guys. Okay, so Kim here, she's in San Diego, California. Love your race commentary. Glad you're covering ladies. Kim, I always wanted to do this. Always wanted to do this. I kept asking in the other feed, like, do you want me to? I'm super impressed by them. All the racing I've watched, so my days are nutty, you guys. You hang out with me in the chat. You make this channel so much better. I do that for 5 hours. I whip outside, do some chores. I try to squeeze a bike ride in. Then I go into the man dungeon. It's outside the 10x10 cube of working out and sorrow. I lay on the couch and I've been watching women's cycling all day long. Every little bit I can get into my brain. And I've also been falling asleep napping too, so because I've been getting up so early. Tomorrow's going to be brutal too, guys. Like, I was just up at 3:15 this morning. I'm going to do a double stream today. Try to enjoy a little bit of Saturday. And tomorrow, it's the ladies that are getting me up super early. I think they have like a just after 4 o'clock in the morning start for me. Finish that, and then the men start for the final day, stage 21 of the Tour de France. It's been an awesome tour. Kat Ferguson is the future GOAT from the UK. Okay, Dream Team. Is Kat in this race? Because I wouldn't know right now. Okay, yeah. I'm just going to skip over all that stuff. Kopecky is the fave for stage 1. Okay, good to know. I think she's more of a one-day rider as well, I believe. Legendary rider. And guys, even though I may not be, and I love this, Dream and Kim jumping in here, I may not know all the details about them, but I definitely know their names. You know, any given day I can turn stuff on and I can see men racing all day long. Guess what? Check this out. The Tour of Romandy, I guess they call it Feminine maybe, is on. I'll be able to cover that race. It's coming up, I think, in a month and a half or something. I think it's in August, maybe September. And that's a 3-day stage race for them. More coverage, more racing. The competition gets better. That's all sports. It's kind of like, here's an example. And I want to do this example in a respectful way. Women's MMA. Okay? I used to watch a lot of it. And I love the women's MMA. When Ronda Rousey showed up, she kind of had like 1, maybe 2 tricks, and she destroyed all the other women. And then there was a bunch of other women sitting at home going, oh, they're on TV. This is cool. I like watching this. And as the dude sitting at home, you're going to watch it. It's still MMA. Then all these other women started training, and they came along, and then Ronda Rousey wouldn't stand a chance in modern MMA. That's just how it was. And again, no disrespect. Okay, could you explain when all the pension... Dude, the cars are just there. I can't control if the cars are there or not. I don't think the cars are that close to them. I think they're fine. They're probably used to it. I guess it would be the same as go ride your bike outside in public traffic. You'll be suffering from way more fumes than what they're experiencing. Okay, so it looks like Maud is still holding them off here. She's got she's actually pulled out a bit more of a gap. Maud Rinbig here. Volker Vessels Racing Cycling Team will probably be the first over the top. She is over the top. She's over the top. Let's see what they give her. I think there's very few points. So we don't have any update here on the points. I'll tell you what she got. she would have gotten 2 points for that. Here it is now. It's not showing up in the feed, but it's showing up there. Got it now. First classified climb of the 2025 Tour de France Femmes, Maud Rinbeek, Volker Vessel Cycling Team. Nice job. Jump back up here. Have a sip of water. And I'm hoping people see this later today. There was a bit of a reaction there. It looks like the Visma rider might have got, I think it was Allison Jackson. Yeah, I think that's Allison Jackson there. I think she might have went for the last point because I think there's 2 points there. Actually, there may have been no points there, and they might have just thought there was points there. I believe so. It does say 2 and 1 points, so let's do something here, guys. The route and sporting stakes. There was an extra point there. So Allison Jackson was trying to go for that 1 point. The Visma Lisa bike rider may have just pipped her at the line. Let's have a look. No details yet there. We'll have a look here again. As soon as I know, I'll let you know there. I don't know who got it there. Let's take a look at Maud here, see how she's doing. She's only got about 250 meters on them. Second place points did go to the Visma Lisa bike rider. Another name I won't be able to pronounce. Okay, it's not showing up there. It's L. Noyen, Dutch rider here. Visma Lisa bike. I'm pretty sure Allison Jackson was in on that sprint to get him. It was just a quick little surge. I guess, you think category 4, is there an extra point there? I'm kind of wondering if there's a second point in the men's races for those category 4s. I think some of them had like 1 point. I'm positive. If you guys remember, let me know. Dream Team here saying, okay, and Tony, Kat was not with the Tour de France Femmes this year. She just turned 19. Okay, so she's not there, but future star for the UK. I'm going to have to keep an eye on it. Stuart R. I used to coach Imogen Wolf. Okay, I know that name when she did triathlon. She is a real grafter and still young. Excited for her future. Keep an eye out for her. I also think she is the youngest ever to start the tour. Really? Dude, what team? What team? Guys, and all the people that are here, I'm hoping that all the people that watched this morning clue into the second stream. Remember, I've been doing it 20 days straight now. We've had some huge days. Guys, there was one day, there was over 1,500 people watching the tour at the same time in my little channel. Just doing it this way, having this community of ours. So if we can bring that in here, more people start learning about women's bike racing, I think it'd be awesome. I wouldn't hang here for a second with them. And I'd like to think I'm a pretty good cyclist. But these guys are pros. Okay, okay, so I think they're also saying Kat is also a great track cyclist. That's what Tony's saying. Ronnie Francis. Okay, dude, I need translation on that. I see Lottie Kopecki's name there. So it's... how do I say this right? I'm going to say it's funny when I hear Dutch, but funny in a way that I hear words. I'm like, oh, that's just... It's so close to English at times, but I have to really look at it, and I can figure things out. And this one here, I have no idea. Dream Team, Stuart. Wolf is Voss's lead out. She is learning from the Vess. Ooh. Yeah, Marianne Voss, guys. Absolute legend. You should know that name for sure. Whether you've watched a single women's bike race, you should know Marianne Voss. Legend. The flags are Brittany out flying. Got the Italian flags out too, guys. Pulling her back right now. She's... Well, it says here... Okay, hang on a second. Okay. I see what's going on. Yeah, here we go. She just got pulled back, and the data was a little bit slow there, I think. And it looks like we got 2 riders out the back. It looks like Barbara Malcotti here, an Italian rider. Human Powered Health Team. While we're at it, guys, since we don't know all the teams, or at least I don't, I'm going to jump back and go to Human Powered Health so we can learn who all the athletes are right here, dead center. Human Powered Health, an American team. I didn't know this. So guys, jump in. Tell me what you know. We've got Malcotti here. This is the rider that's just out the back. Again, let's take a look. We can usually look at this pretty quick. She's 25 seconds behind. Simple mechanical. Simple, she needed something from the team car. It's one of those types of reasons why she's at the back. You can kind of see that right away. The camera's going to cut back to them. She's going to be riding right through the cars. Okay, this is a slight delay here. It's just kind of a replay where they catch Maud. Peloton's actually strung out pretty good here. UAE team's on the front, and I got to remember it's not UAE XRG. It is UAE. Before we leave, we got De Jong, R. Edwards, Casper, Williams, Rymakers, and Mitterwallner. Okay, I'm sure we're going to learn all those names here. The UAE team is called UAE Team ADQ. So slightly different sponsors. Just taking a look at them all here. I'll memorize all these names, guys. So yeah, the drop rider's coming back right now. So again, Barbara Malcotti will be back with the Peloton right away. Okay. Ronnie Francis. Ronnie is brand new here. Hey, Ronnie, did you watch any of the other Tour de France stuff I've done? If so, thank you. And if not, that's cool too. So please join us here every day. What I notice is that the cyclists say the word yes very often during their interviews. Mostly Lottie Kopecky, so he gets annoyed by Lottie Kopecky saying yes so much. Dude, you know what I always notice? And if you're new here, I call everyone dude. Everyone's a dude. Everyone gets to be a dude. It's the Inside Cycling World Dude Hangout. It doesn't mean anything. It's just something I say. I love when they all say they're super happy. How did you feel today? Oh, I'm super happy. I'm super happy. Or the blowing the kiss at the camera. It's just terrible. Guys, let's take a look at Visma Lisa Bike, powerhouse team here as well. I'm spotting them on the front right now. Some key names you need to know here. Number one, boom, right here. Pauline Ferrand-Prévot. Superstar. Brunel De Vries. Nguyen. We just saw that name before. She got 1 point at the top of the KOM. Remember that. I know I'm killing their names. Sorry, ladies. I'll do my best. Here's Marianne Vos on this team. Like a legend, guys. And here is Imogen Wolf. How do you say that right, guys? It's a name I don't see very often. I think I've known one Imogen in my life. Am I saying it right? Just give me a phonetic spelling. So, wow. Holy, she is young, guys. Look how young this lady is. Wow. So young. That's crazy. Yeah, what a way to start to be mentored by Marianne Vos. Yeah, Travels with Tony. They're probably annoyed by all the press, but it's part of the... Yeah, they all get annoyed. The men get annoyed too. Just yesterday, someone tried to make a joke to Taddy, and he handled it really good. Poggy, whatever you want to call him. Today, tomorrow. He was like, guys, I have no times for jokes. I cannot laugh. I must rest. And then he left. Like, he didn't even want to joke around. Yeah, Wolf is Visma. We just took a look at that, guys. Visma, Stuart R here again. Thank you, Stuart. Thank you, Dream Team. Right, yeah. Cat 4 had 2 and 1 points. Yeah, Kim, I noticed that. I thought during the men's tour, the early Cat 4 stages were just 1 point. I'm going to have to go back and take a look at that. I'm almost positive of it. Maybe they just... I guess it's different rules, right? Yeah, Dutch is very readable to German speakers, exactly. Voss is awesome. Fans are out in force, guys. Fans are out in force. And I love seeing all the fans out. It's great. They're all lined along the roads here. Put a race on. Give them some coverage. The fans will come out. Ryder just sneaking onto the back here right now. Says they're all back together. If I had Bike Terra up and running, guys, I could show you how they actually look on the road. If you're brand new here, Bike Terra is a virtual cycling app. And they were kind enough. So basically, you're riding your bike inside. You're on a smart trainer. It simulates the ups and the downs. So you would feel that Cat 4 exactly the way that Cat 4 feels. You would feel the Cat 3 at the end exactly the way the Cat 3 feels. Minus the wind, minus the road feel. I always think to myself, though, okay, yeah, I don't have a headwind, but I don't get a tailwind either. So it's kind of give and take. So yeah, I don't get the benefit of a tailwind blowing me along at 60k an hour. You just got to put out the effort. but it will simulate the course. So Bike Terra is a virtual cycling app. You can ride inside. You can do these exact same roads. If you got the GPX file for this course, you could ride this exact same route anytime you want it. We've been using that at the Tour de France Men's. Just seeing what's going on here at the back. Arms going up. Okay, someone's calling for a car to come up. This female rider here looks really tall. Marlon, I think, is quite tall as well. I think just under 6 feet tall. I think she's like about 5'10" in imperial units. Yeah, so Bike Terra, I'll be able to show you where the groups are on the road. That starts Monday. I messaged them this morning and they didn't have it available yet. Okay. Let's see. Oh, dude, yeah, I've been just scrolling in this way. Okay, you can get a bit more. If that's what you're talking about. So just answering questions here, guys. Easier to see the gaps away. Okay, so Dream Team just here for the first time. YouTube recommended awesome stuff. Not English speaking, so when I hear clear English for my ear, I stay lol. Awesome stuff. And Dream Team, you seem to know a lot about women's cycling, so please come back. I've had so much support for the Tour de France, which ends tomorrow. Huge amount of people in there, 800, 900, 1,000 people plus in there every day watching. Okay, awesome. Stuart, you're saying Imogen correct. She is the real deal. Awesome stuff, Stuart. So, Stuart, how did you say you knew her? Were you training with him, a coach, or what's your background, Stuart? Here we go. Kim LaSalle. Perfect. So I do have a memory, at least, Kim. Cat 4 in men's is just 1 point. So they gave 2 points to the women riders for the Cat 4 climb, and 1 is just a different rule, just how they want to do their points classification. And I wish the men would do that. Just to have 1 point for a Cat 4, let's put some more points out there. There's more of a battle. Robert here. Robert's back. We got one of the main dudes from the chat this morning. Robert, good to see you again, dude. Pauline Ferrand-Prévot, winner of the Paris-Roubaix, same as her. Oh, really? I didn't know that was her boyfriend. Another pro name you should know well, besides Pauline, is Dylan Van Baarle. Paris-Roubaix winners. Awesome stuff. I think the Dutch are very, very well represented at the Tour de France Femmes. Seems like they have a lot of strong female riders. That's what I'm just noticing that. Allison Jackson, the Canadian, won the 2nd edition of the Roubaix. Awesome. So she's on EF. I shouldn't learn who all the sponsors are, because sometimes I wonder, what is this sponsor? I think it's Ceretzit. That's that red and bluish jersey. So here's Imogen again. This team here, very strong team as well. I think this team, I looked them up yesterday. I was kind of sitting around going, I don't know what they do. What does Ceretzit do? I think they make cutting tools. I think that's what the company does. Canadian here. Van Dam. Borlova, looks like a Czech champion to me, I would say. Hartmann, Bros, Mirmont, Lemuel. So lots of French riders. This team only has 1 Dutch runner on Hengeveld here. Let's get back to the road, guys. I'm looking for the next attack going off. I think they might be sitting together. I think the Peloton's going to roll along nicely. And then it's all going to light off at the sprint point. That sprint is going to start all the attacks on our loops around that kind of little loop circuit at the end at Plumelec. Okay, moving on here. Tony's saying on the other map profile as well. Okay, so the map mode itself. Jonathan Vandenberg, any breakaways expected? Dude, I think they're going to go off at the sprint point. We did have 2 riders, Laura Tomasi and Maud. Oh, sorry, Maud, I forget your last name right now. She just got pulled back in by the Peloton, Dutch rider. We've done the first Category 4 climb, and so the end is a loop. And what's really interesting about it is the sprint point is right there, the finish line is right there, and the Category 3 climb there. And the way I'm looking at it in the points classification is it looks to me do this route again. I'm going to pull this up here. Look to sporting stakes. Yep, super bright on my face again. I'm going to turn this down now. So we've done the category 4, 2 and 1 points. First passage of the climb. So you got to climb to get to the first sprint. It's tougher than the first climb. 25 points, 20 points, and they should go all the way down to 15. There's a category 3 climb here. It says the second passage. I'm looking at it on screen right now. I think the points are given on the second passage around. So we're going to go through it once, do the sprint, cross through the KOM point, cross through the finish line the first time around. Then we do a loop, clockwise loop out into the country, come back in. It says second time up, there will be 3, 2, and 1 points available. We keep going, and we got to climb it a third time. It doesn't say any points for the end, but there is green jersey points. 55 green jersey points today. Yeah, I like that. Let's get some good points going towards the green jersey. Just riding in a block across the road right now, guys. Being very controlled at the front. The UAE team has been sitting on the the right-hand side of the road that I'm looking at the entire time. Elisa Longo Borghini is right there. Visma sitting in the middle. Turn this back up. Even if I had Bike Terror running right now, I really wouldn't be able to show you any gaps. They're just riding together. I think they're saving everything for when the sprint comes. There are a couple of lumps before it. If you look at the profile in the middle here, there's a bit of a descent and then a lump. Someone could launch right there and try to get over that sprint point first. That's kind of what I would be thinking if I was racing inside. Oh, we got a crash. We got a crash, guys. 4 riders involved. One looks a little bit hurt more than the rest. She's kind of holding one of her hands weird. I hope she's okay. Jayco rider here. I got to say, live Jayco Alula. What happened? It happened way on the left-hand side of the road. Jayco rider went down and took a bunch of riders down with her. She must have just clipped someone's back wheel. Really slowed down the back end of the peloton. And there's someone in the light-colored blue jersey who I think probably got the worst of it. Might be these jerseys. I think that's who it is. Windspace. Riders Windspace, Orange Seal. Now I'm not sure who it was. So the Liv Jayco rider here. I'm trying to figure out who this is too. Let's see where they are. Oh yeah, it's Liv Alula Jayco. So as far as I remember, Alula is an ancient city, I believe. I don't know if it's in UAE maybe. I think it is. Here's this team here. So this is the Liv team. Australian rider here, Roseman Ganon. Dutch rider, Corvar. Spanish rider, Garcia. Italian rider, Paternoster. Medical car just coming up, passing the 2 riders. Clemence Ladimier for Arkea B&B Hotels, women. And the other rider is a Windspace rider. It's 191, Carolina Perakiko. And we were just looking at her. Let's jump back to her for a second. I guess I was just on it. So 191, this is probably their team leader right here. I always think whenever I see it, by default, in the past, at least in men's racing, your team leader gets the 1 designation. So if your team is the 13th team, that rider would be 131. Then 132, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So Peloton's out the front, 151 riders. We've got 2 riders here, both involved in the crash. Perakito and Vladimir. And third rider here, Valentin. It was another Windspace rider. So there was 2 Windspace riders involved there. Okay, obviously they were riding together at the back, probably sticking together with teammates. They both went down. And looking at this, the Jayco rider, the Liv rider that I think went down first, is not showing up. They might have gotten back up first and have already raced back on. So if I get a name on that rider, I'll let you know. Okay. So yeah, back to Jonathan. Finally back to Jonathan here. I think something's going to go off right before the first sprint. In fact, I would think it might happen. We're dipping down into a little bit of a low right now in this village. When we climb up out of this village, there's a little bit of a lump there. Might be a good place to attack, use the downhill to get a bit of a lead to get to the sprint points if you're after the sprint jersey, the green points jersey. Dream Team Neutralized is a small team on the women's Peloton. Yeah, I was just trying to figure out what the company is, and I think it's cutting tools or something. I don't know what they make. Blanca Voss, Team 3DS Works Pro Time Stage 5 win battle last year with Voss was classic. I think I saw that one. Yeah. Blanca Voss. SD Works Pro Time, that was the team that Demi Vollering was on last year. Now she's moved to FDJ Suez. Yeah. Speed's really picking up here. Wow, look at this old castle here. Chateau de Côte Candec. Looks like they're fully renovating it. There's a crane beside it. Wow, amazing buildings here. Amazing. We have nothing like that here. Stuart R. I coached the junior tri club here in Wakefield, Yorkshire. She was a member of the club. Swim was okay. Run was great, but bike was a different level. She pushed herself harder than anyone else. Dude, I love triathlon. Love it. I've never done one, but as a kid growing up, I would go to the library, no internet, and Ironman, Dave Scott, the dude, the original. I love that guy with his big mustache. He kind of had like a Magnum PI mustache. I followed everything triathlon. I've never done one. I never will. Obviously, when you say, I like your definition of her too, or description of her. Okay, so lots of riders stringing out the back here, guys. I'm going to look to see if there was another crash there. This rider here, 154 for, we're just talking about Neutralized. Looks uncomfortable on the bike right now. I want to see what happened there. There might have been a, yeah, there was. Okay, this is the other crash. Ruby Roseman Gannon, that was the Liv Lula Jayco rider that went down. Took down the Arkea B&B riders and 2 Windspace riders. Now, it looked like she took them down. I just saw her go down first in that crash. She probably just clipped a wheel of a rider ahead of her and everyone goes down. So we do have, okay, it is. I just mentioned the Sarah Zeet rider, pro cycling team. Swiss rider is 20 seconds out. I don't know if that's a mechanical or not. I'm not sure. It's got that mechanical time to me. It's not very much, but she looked very uncomfortable on her bike. She's trying to get back on right now. One rider's dangling. I think there was another touch of wheels back here. There's a couple of riders just dangling off the back, trying to fight their way back on. And I don't know. I'm not sure if they have double numbers on. One of her numbers looks like it's off to me. 13-second gap. She's going to get back on. Nice job. Nice job. I'll just maybe show you the map here again. Get zoomed in a bit here so you can see she's chasing on. Actually, it's showing 4 riders back here. So these are the other riders that I just saw out in front. And I think it was S. Thomas here, just by the color of the jersey. I saw another rider dangling just in front of her. That's kind of why I think there might have been another little touch of wheels. Hopefully we see something in the chat here from the feed. No, they're not mentioning any more crashes. I can see right now FDJ Suez is moving to the front. They are on the left-hand side of the screen. Visma in the middle. EF has been sitting there rock solid in the middle of the road the entire day. And again, UAE, they're just got their position on. Everyone's got their little spots on the road. Don't mess with us. Okay, so Blanca. Yeah, again, back to Stuart. I love your description. Swim was okay. Run was great. Bike was a different level. Obviously, Stuart, you know Lionel Sanders. I love that guy. His bike ride when he showed up in triathlon was a whole nother level. That guy is so strong on the bike. It's unbelievable. His swim, it's okay. He's not a great swimmer, and he has the most awkward-looking gait in the world, but he still does it. He's still like a superb athlete. Canyon bikes. Oh, it's Marlon Rooser here. I love these Canyon paint schemes. Yeah, it's really cool. Nice colors on those bikes. Love it. Yeah, she's fully aero now on the front. I think if there's anyone you want to ride behind, it's her. If you want to keep your speed up high. She's actually off the back right here right now. Is she in one of these groups? Dropped riders? Hartman, Thomas. She is off the back. I think she's back now. Let me just check this out, guys. There are a few more riders. They're not showing up on here. So here's Hartman. Now she's showing up here. So she might have been involved in that crash, maybe just over to the side of the road and I didn't see it. Or possibly the second crash. Julie Vandeveld here from Belgium. AG Insurance Sudal team. Marlon Rooser, Movistar. Movistar, how do you guys say it? I've asked a million times. No one's told me exactly. Segoline Thomas. Probably destroying her first name there. I apologize. And then we got Elena Hartmann, Swiss rider. Peloton's moving really quick right now. Sprint's coming up very soon. I think anyone out the back right now is going to be struggling to get on for a little bit here. They're moving quick. Sprint is less than 5 kilometers away, guys. Average speed, 41.3 kilometers an hour. Remember, this has been a really lumpy course today. Yeah, Tony, I like loops. Gives expectors more opportunity to see the riders go by. Yeah, again, at this year's Tour de France, the stage you wanted to be at was the individual mountain time trial and then the Super Bannières stage the next day because they used that same, 6-7 kilometers of road. You could see them go by, camp out on one day. You're going to see them go by twice. But yeah, loops are good. It's like a criterion. Dream Team. The expectation for all sprint stages, Weeb wins. She's Milan. Merlier and Phillipson rolled in. Okay, cool. Cool, Dream Team. So we root against her. So Dream Team says you need to vote against Weebs because she's so dominant. I've watched her at the Giro Donne. I could spot her from a mile away by her riding style. Just the way she positions herself on the bike. So let's take a look at that now. Let's see if we can see her. SD works, I believe. Right here. Really, really good one-day race. Look at this here. Legend. Anna van der Breggen came out of retirement to go racing again. We've got an Italian champion here, Voss. This is Blanca Voss, isn't it? Yes. Awesome. This is a powerful team here. Lottie Kopecky, world champion. Awesome stuff. Okay. Jumping back, guys. Jumping back. Looks like riders are slowly getting on, slowly getting pushed out the back. The tracker keeps changing here. We've only got 29.2 kilometers remaining. Good stuff. I love it. Going to be another long day tomorrow. It's the women's first tomorrow morning, I believe. And then the men start at 9 o'clock in the morning for me. So 2 more really long days. Powering through, guys. Powering through. Having a look at the peloton here. Big bunch. Just trying to see if there's any riders off the back here. I'm not seeing any right now. And like I said, day 3, which is Monday, we will have Bike Terra up and running. At least I've been told that. And then when we see splits, we'll be able to follow them, give you a better perspective of what's going on. Again, UAE planted on the... they're obviously setting up for the sprint here, guys. So setting up for the sprint here, it's crazy. Visma Center, EF right behind them. Looks like Sudal maybe, or FDJ's on the far left. And the UAE team is planted on the far right when I'm looking back from the motorbike. Motorbike staying out of the way. This sprint point here. Oh, okay. I see what they did. Okay, so you can see right now on screen where we're looking. They've got the points categorization. Ooh, we got a crash down, guys. There was a right-hander across a stone bridge, and people went down. Visma's down. Movistar's down. Probably 5 or 6 riders involved in this. I mean, they're basically having to untangle people from the bikes. At least 2 or 3 other Movistar riders are there. Looks like it's Marlon Rooser. I think she's down. Yeah, she's down and she's helping someone else try to get up. So probably 3 Movistar riders. Liv Alula Jaco rider down as well. A couple more riders just up the road. They looked like they moved on and then they realized there's something wrong with their bike. So I think Leanne Lippert here from Movistar team. Marlon Rooser's there as well, though. These guys are losing tons of time right now. And Marlon gets left to her own devices with her bike. Yeah, they were going across an old bridge, with the really cool little things underneath. And touch her wheels in the middle of that bridge, and 5 or 6 of them go down. And it's right at the base of the climb too. It is at the base of the climb. So those other riders are going, I can see the KOM markers right here. Mavi Garcia. She looks like she's in a bit of pain, I would say. She's getting her bike. Let's see how she moves off here. She's got her bottle in her back. She was smart enough to take her bottle out of her jersey, out of her bike, and put it in her jersey. There, guys, it's full gas at the front. Full gas, hammer time, ring-a-ding-dong dandy. These riders are going to struggle to get back on now. Stage 1, we could see deficits already that we weren't expecting. 1 kilometer go, Zwift here. The flags are flying. Watch the Femmes. We're watching them, dudes. We are watching them. Okay, let me get back, you guys. So, Dream Team was saying she's the Milan, the Merlier, the Philipsen rolled into one. So we root against her. Dream Team, where are you from? What country are you from? Balsamo is a fair second. Then maybe Voss and I think you say Cole. I want to say Cool so bad because it's such a cool name, but I think it's Cole, how they say it. Alula is a place in UAE, exactly, that the UAE tour goes by. It has a glass building that reflects the mountains and desert all around. Cool. Tony, there's also in the My Whoosh World virtual app, you can ride the Alula routes. That's the only reason I know really anything about it. But I know which building you're talking about too from the UAE tour. FDJ rider pushing to the front here right now. A couple of FDJ riders there. Pushing hard. Sprint point coming up, guys. I think there's 25 points available here. And I think it's 30 points at the finish line. So when you look at the profile here, you can see here, obviously on the first passage, it has just the sprint point in the middle of the screen. Then the KOM points are the second time around, which is obviously, now that I look at it, totally visible here. Eliza Longo Borghini at the front here too. Visma's present. At least 4 riders of UAE are here. Looking strong. FDJ over there. I think Demi's riding in second right now. Looks like Demi's in second. Here they're. Dream Team. They're on screen right now, lighting up Weebs and Balsamo. Like, you know, the little things that come down, obviously saying these are the people you want to watch here. So Balsamo was there. They lit up Borghini as well, who looks really good. She was really strong at the Giro. Awesome. God, there's so many people here. This is insane. Tons of people, like all over the sides of the road. Awesome turnout. Awesome turnout. Like, there's nowhere to stand. If you're pulling up right now, you're standing behind 3 or 4 people. This is probably the best place to be too, because this is the finish line right here. We're going to be coming through this 2 more times. First passage through right now, guys. 25 points available online. Did we just pass it there? Rider in a white jersey to me looks like they got it. I don't think it's... Yeah, I think a rider in a white jersey got it. I'll let you know who that is right away, guys. So they're through. Looking at that, I don't have any details yet. Yeah, so I'm just going to read back through this, guys. Rooster in a crash at the front of Karua. That's the climb. Basically, they were at the base of the climb. 10 riders crashed on the bridge, which spans the Clay River. Marlon Rooster and Leanne Lippert involved. 2 Movistar riders. They both struggled to get on. Mavi Garcia, who I thought she was a bit sore from that. Okay, here's the sprint point now. I'll let you know who it is when they get through there. They've already passed through it. Just going to look at the map here. So they're through for the first time. Yeah, so they passed through it. Oh, look at the gaps here. This is interesting here. So this is probably Marlon Rooster back here. Wow, 28 riders back here, guys. The heat was on going up that climb. Some of these people are riders that fell out of the peloton on the climb, and the rest are the unlucky ones that fell on the crash there. There were 2 riders that actively went for the sprint. Helicopter view, I cannot tell who they are right now. We're going to find out right away. Okay, so this is back to live. We're now on the descent, going onto the countryside on our first lap around. Stuart, love watching Sanders. He will come out of the water minutes after the lead pack and then kill the bike. Power's grill. Yeah, dude, he's like world-class power. Like, the rides he does, I love his videos. He's epically Canadian. I love the fact that he did virtually all his training inside. So he would ride his bike on Zwift, he'd run on a treadmill on Zwift, and he had an inside swimming setup. Okay, This looks like the mod rider from earlier too that I'm seeing trying to go off the front here. I'm looking for some details from the tour itself. Not seeing much right now. Not getting any idea who took that. Let's see the sprint point. Okay, here we go. It was Weebs that got it. Lorena Weebs got it. Koch, Vandenbregen. I think this is Emma Chabby. I think I saw Demi Vollering got 5th. Blanca Va, 6th place. Marianne Voss, legend, gets 8th place over the top. Eliza Longo Borghini got 11th. Kasia Nuadoma, 14th place there, 3 points. So again, that's for the green points jersey. Those points will accumulate throughout the entire tour. Okay, where are we at, guys? This one's going to be hot and heavy now. There's a ton of riders back here that are losing tons of time right now. Visma Lisa bike on the front with a UAE rider, it looks like, by maybe 5 meters. Radioing back to the team car. Let's see what they're going to do here. Everyone's coming up behind. I'm going to look for that time gap. Okay. So, day 1, Tour de France. You lose a minute and a half already. These guys are going to have to go so hard to get back on. Movistar's back here. I would imagine there's going to be a ton of Movistar riders here. Squibam, Bianic, Eric, Magales, Measuring. Where is Rooser? Where's Rooser? She should be in this group. Unless she's further back than that. Yeah, she is. So there's 23 drop riders. Ooh, Marlon Rooser here. Looks like she's in trouble, folks. This is unbelievable. Marlon Rooser, I'm watching the replay here and has just got through the sprint point. She is through the sprint point. Pedaling like she's going to the corner store. That's what I'm seeing, guys. That's what I'm seeing. That's tragic. Someone was just saying here, we were just talking about Lionel. Rooster is like Ghana, but can climb, but not punchy. Moises Gomez de Azevedo from Brazil. Go, Toda. Let me know who you're cheering for. Dream Team. Voss is Hungarian champ. Travels Tony got to run. Looking forward to commentary tomorrow for both our races. Yep. You too, dude. Tony, thanks for having me here. Yeah, so Weebs got first. Blanca Voss seconds. Kay Swinkles 3rd place there. Yeah, we got to see what's going on with Marlon Roos here. At the rate she's pedaling, I think she might be out already. I hate to even say that out loud. I don't want to jinx her. Someone said that earlier. Stuart is stepping away. We'll be back later and tomorrow. Thanks, dude. No, thank you, dude. Thank you, dude. Love it. Let's get this baby growing tomorrow, guys. Let's get her growing. Yeah, Dream Team. Dang, Rooster is 1.5 minutes behind. She has her team, though. If they are not hurt, I expect them to catch up. Rooster is 3rd favorite on GC. Yeah, Dream Team. I think she's even further back than that. I think her team has left her now. Whatever happened in that crash, if she was with them, let's have a look. I'm only seeing one rider here, so I think she's by herself. She went through the sprint point like she wasn't even racing. Like she was, it was like she'd finished the race. Just kind of soft pedaling across the top. She's obviously hurt. Okay, I'm looking at the chasing group now. This must be the 18 dropped riders. And this is where all the Movistar riders are. There's 4 of them here. 4 Movistar riders here. Then there's a secondary group on the road. Vandenveld, Hengeveld, who we saw earlier. Watts, love that last name. Love your last name. Laura Tomasi's back here. She was in the very initial breakaway today for... That's right. Okay. I saw the purple jersey and thought it was Liv. It's not. But yeah, she was in the original break today. Flying along 21.6 kilometers ago. This is scary for Muser here. Let's take a look at the map again and I'll show you. So here's our leaders. 137 riders up here. Second group chasing. 16 riders. There's Watts. Third group is Marlon Rooser. Okay, so we're going to have to figure out, I don't think all the riders are showing up right now. I think there's a third group out here, and I think Marlon Rooser is 4th in the stage right now. 4th group. It's showing that there's a leading group. Second group of chasers here. What's going on now? Okay, it's I think it's just the Peloton slowly popping apart. Okay. And again, it's lumpy out in these in the countryside here. It's not easy. They're all out of the saddle climbing here. Yeah, okay, so they did have one rider off the front. It's a Picnic Post NL rider. Is that team the exact same name as the men's team? Yeah, it is. Picnic Post NL. So I shouldn't get this one wrong too much. Very lumpy out here, out of the saddle, attacking right now. As soon as I see her number, I'll give you a name. I can't tell from a distance looking at her here. Yeah, so shocking events for Rooster stage 1 because what I watched of her at the Giro, and once I learned about her and saw her time trialing, and to be honest, Dream Team, I didn't know who she was. I was like, yeah, automatically my favorite rider. She's automatically my favorite rider. She didn't win it, but I just like her style. I like how she rides. Yeah, super cool. And then I started watching all her other stuff. That's my favorite right now. At least my favorite rider. Whether or not she's like the ultimate favorite to win, we know she's not, but she's way up there on the GC. Kind of worried she's out. So we got one rider off the front, 17-second gap back to the Peloton, 121 riders there. It's a further 54 seconds back to a group of 32. And then it's almost 3 minutes back to Rooster. So I got to say she's pretty hurt. The accident was not high speed. It was just one of those slow speed, hit the ground type ones. You don't get your hands out. You don't do any sliding. You just slam into the pavement. Taking a look back at a replay, it's going to show the launch of the Picnic Post NL rider. X sitting dead center in the screen. She went, and no one followed her. Brave move, brave move. Let's find out who this is. This rider here, now we're going to get a name. Francesca Barali from Italy. Ooh, she's young too. Probably just 22 years old. Awesome. So she's on the front right now. She's not looking back either. She is not looking back. 17-second gap. Who would be shocked if Rooster's out on the first stage? Okay, yeah. So Dream Team saying it. Dang, Rooster is a 1.5 minutes behind. She had her team. She's by herself now. And the Dream, yeah, oh yeah, she's 4 minutes alone. Unfortunately, she's hurt probably. Robert, love seeing. Yeah, awesome. Cool comment here by Robert. Love seeing all the little girls watching the race from their dad's shoulders. In 20 years, those girls might be racing. Yeah, totally, dude. Totally. That's so awesome. I love it. Absolutely love it. You got to get them watching sports. I wonder if that's what most, just talking about women's cycling. Did they get into women's cycling because they watch sports? That's the only reason I follow sports. Any sports I've been involved in, I've watched them. I'm like, I want to give that a try. So take the time, watch those sports. Okay, 13-second gap. Where are we on course? Okay, let's see how this is forming out. It looks like they're bringing her back now. So here's Francesca Barali up front. It's going to be a little bit of work here to get back to the second passing. The second passing here. Okay, that's the sprint point. I want to see 3 points for first. So if you get over this point, well, depends who follows you up here, right? She didn't score any points on the first passage. On the other category 4 climb. That had 2 and 1. So if the other riders don't score points and she goes over first, she'll get 3 points. Looks like they're bringing her back right now. They are bringing her back. So that's going to be our second climb up, and that's where we get points for the KOM. We do one more lap, and then there's going to be points for time bonuses and more green jersey points. So on the finish here for the green jersey, maybe if I click that one. Yeah, there's 30 points on the finish for green jersey. Time bonuses 10, 6, and 4. So that way it's just like the men's. 10, 6, and 4, 1, 2, and 3 places. And you can see here, the Peloton is here. Here's the GC. Neodoma. Dygert. There's Paladin we talked about early. All the hitters are going to be in there. And poor Marlon Rooser is way back here. Just battling on. I wonder if she's just trying to get through it, and in her mind she's thinking, Okay, stages. If I can recover, if I can just finish this, get through this. Transponder just disappeared on me. If I can just get through this, get back to my room, get taken care of. I mean, losing 4 minutes on stage 1, that's an absolute worst case scenario for her. Worst case scenario. And what time are we looking at? Ooh, 10 after 11 in the morning for me. Guys, I've been now currently streaming for 7 hours minus maybe a 35-minute break. It's going to take a while for us to get some eyes on this one here, guys. I think it'll start growing here soon. We do have 57 people watching, so I appreciate you all being here. Jump into the... well, tomorrow we'll be doing this one first, and then we'll be doing the men's stage right afterwards. They've just taken that hard corner there, it looks like, onto that hill. They are climbing now, it looks like. Get back to the race here. We can zoom in here a little bit. It kind of flattens things out, guys, but this gives you perspective as to where they are. Yeah, so Marlon Rooser's transponder's gone. And we still have our one rider out front. El Barale, is that what her name? I think that's her name. No, she's been caught. She has been caught. So we've got our full peloton here of 120 riders. There's at least 34 riders behind. And that would be the whole peloton because there's only 154 riders. So where is Rooser right now? Where is she? I don't think she's in this group. I think she's well behind this group. And yeah, we're going to have to decipher this, aren't we? So she was, yeah, I just saw one pop on here, but I don't know if that's her. I think she's at least, it says she's 4 minutes behind the front end of the peloton. Evan, what group is Liddell in the race? Dude, trying to get that all figured out now. We've had a couple of crashes already. We are now going up the climb for the second time. We go up this climb 3 times. Seeing a couple of Trek riders, actually 3 of them on the far left-hand side of the road. Hovering very close to Eliza Longo Borghini. Probably keeping an eye on her. Let's take a look at Trek again. I think we looked at them earlier. This is more for me than you guys. Balsamo, sprinter. Yes. So she was highlighted before. Lucinda Brand, everyone should know. Fisher Black, Marcus, Android, Hansen, and Norsgaard. Okay, this name too. Okay. Wow, it's amazing how quickly you remember their names. And yeah, there's no sign right now of Marlon Rooser's my favorite for the race. So day 1, I've got disappointment on my hands. Bottles being passed around here. Must be teammates sharing their bottles here. Right at the very front of the peloton. 60k an hour handing bottles back and forth to each other. FDJ over on the far left-hand side. Kind of technical. Here's that same bridge. Fingers crossed, no one fall. This is the exact same place they crashed last time. And guess what? We do it another time. Okay, let me see. I want to see the map quickly. Yeah, we have to do it one more time. Because we're gonna get the KOM points this time. So somewhere right here before this like left-hander, we take the KOM points and one more time around. So they got to go through that corner one more time. We're on the Côte du Cadoual now. 1.7 kilometers at 6.2%, it's saying. Jumping back here, yeah, 14.8k remaining. So it's like a 13-kilometer loop we do out there in the countryside. 15 seconds back. It's saying to Marie Lynette, FDJ, and another right there for, yeah, you can see the groups are kind of forming all the time. Second peloton, I think all the Movistar riders are back here. Wow, 4 riders from Movistar are back here. I think Marlon is somewhere way out the back. That would leave only 2 more remaining Movistar riders. Are they in this group? I don't even know where they are. Here they are. Okay, so now they have Marlon Rooser in this group. So now I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. It said she was way out the back. I have video showing of her riding alone. Okay, we're going to have to figure this out. We are going to have to figure this out. She did make the sprint point before. I did see that happen. This is getting really confusing here as to what's going on. So she did cross through the sprint point, so it's not like they've caught her and lapped her. I just thought about that for a second. Let's see what they show on camera here. Attacking huge up the hill here, guys. Huge uphill. 7% gradient, so it's not brutally steep, but it's high speed. 30k an hour up this hill here. Probably all have really, really good power to weight ratio here. Watts per kilo, as you guys know the stuff. Watts per kilo. That looks like that mod rider again to me on the front. Just looking at the riders here. Again, it's very... I've been looking at the men's race so long. I can tell jerseys. I can tell riding styles. UAE coming up on the far left-hand side of the screen with Eliza Longo-Borghini. I see a live rider putting an attack here way on the far left-hand side. Maybe just working their way up. FDJ right there. Okay. So where she is really and how she got back in this group is beyond amazing to me. If she got back in this group, wow. Yeah, it says she's up there. So thank you. They were showing her 4 minutes behind. So what do we make of that? Her transponder fell off her bike. 7% here, guys. 21k an hour. Demi Vollering and Kasia Niewiadoma riding side by side here, marking one another. Sisi, allez. 8% here. So remember, it's just an average gradient up here, and they are through it. So who got it that time? I want to see this. See if we can get any details here from... Okay. Yeah, so they've been caught. They haven't mentioned anything about Rooster here. So what happened behind us there when it was showing her 4 minutes behind, when it was showing her struggling over the sprint point by herself? I'm not really sure if that was a replay and her transponder was reading 4 minutes off. It was laying on the side of the road. I don't know. Because it's saying now that she's back in the main group. Let's have a look here again. Let's see where Movistar is. It says she's there. Marlen Reusser is right there. So fingers crossed it was some kind of technical glitch with her transponder. I really hope so. Because to lose someone like that on day one, that rider from Liv, Alula Jaco, who I saw earlier, straight at to the front. Again, this is slightly delayed, calling the UAE team through. And I'm going to jump back here. Okay. Yeah, Kim, reading your comment here. I suspect Marlon advanced, so sad I was hoping she'd give Demi Vollering a challenge. I know, and that's what I thought too. And now I'm seeing they're saying Marlon's in the front group. I have not seen her. I'm looking for the Movistar riders. If we look on screen here quickly in the Peloton, it keeps saying she's there. I don't know how. Right here. Reusser and Lippert. But you know what? Those two were both involved in the crash earlier. I think it even gave a blurb, the two co-team leaders. So how they're back here, I can't understand that. Back of the Peloton, we got 11 seconds back. Okay, that's jumping around. 33 riders back here. This is showing 4 Movistar riders back here. Like, you know, the rest of the team is back here. So we're going to have to get this all figured out here at the end. Go back to the map. And I want, actually, you know what? I want to see if Race Radio is telling us anything. So Weeb's got the points. Started the second ascent here. No mention of it. So I got to think that she's still there. I just got to think that something was real messy with her Okay. Looking at a bit of a replay here. How far behind am I? I'm about 600 meters behind on the road, but there is 6 riders off the front. So I'm going to try to refresh my feed. Okay, I'm about 600 meters behind what I'm seeing here. 6 riders off the front. It's showing up now. Ludwig Amashabe. Okay, it's going to keep jumping around on me. Now it's showing 1 rider. Yep, it does show here Marlen Reusser has abandoned. It's showing the replay from earlier when she went through the sprint point by herself. She made one. So one of the top GC riders is out in the first couple hours of the Tour de France Femmes. One rider pushing hard off the front. Ooh, yeah, moving here. I don't know who this is yet. We're going to find out. This is, who is this? Dominika? We're just going to stick with Dominika right now for UAE until I decipher her last name. Hopefully we've got a Polish-speaking person here that can help me out. I do know Poles love their cycling. Over in my little Ruby world I live in, I know a lot of super strong Polish riders. My favorite dude over there is a guy named, you pronounce his name Shunik, spelt with a P. I'm like, my mind is blown. I don't even understand that. I commentated on so many of his races where he'd win over and over and over. I was at a convention somewhere, and I asked a Polish-speaking lady, I said, how do I say this name? And she goes, well, what is it? I wrote it down for her, and she said, it's Shunik. The next race, I used it, and he was like, dude, that's impressive. How did you know? I said, I got help. Okay, so Marlon is officially out. I don't know why it was showing her in the front peloton. Let's have another look at it here. This peloton here, if it's still showing her, that'll be really weird. Yeah, it's still showing her in that group. So somehow her transponder's still moving. Don't understand, because it showed her 4 minutes back. She's obviously hurt her back or something pretty bad, I would guess, seeing the way she hit the ground. Yeah, as Robert says, all these future little girls here could be pro bike racers. I love seeing that too. Kim, I suspect Marlon the band. It's so sad. I was hoping she'd give Demi Vollering a challenge. Me too. Me too. Just watching her at the Giro. Peloton's bringing back Dominika on the front of the course here. EF all over the front end of the group right now. Visma, kind of a smattering of Visma right behind them. If you want to catch up on the history of women's cycling, watch the Mur de Huy climb. Love that climb. 2015, 2024. You'll get a snapshot of who were the best of those years. Just watch the last climb. Names are all... Okay. All familiar. Okay, got you, Dream Team. Yeah, I love the Mur de Huy. Pretty sure it's Belgium, I believe. Super famous climb. Looks like that's stalled out on me, so hopefully everything else is okay over there. Evan, yes, I was doing some research, and Brand. Yeah, that's a huge name. Okay, Robert here. Demi's new teammates were getting spat out the back. That was the concern. Check this dude out here. Henko Vanderbroom. Vanderboom. Dude, I love it. What a name. It's kind of like Van Dam. Vanderboom. Good evening. Dude, welcome aboard. Thanks for jumping into the channel here. This is our first day, obviously, Tour de France Femmes 2025 Stage 1. And my first attempt, I don't want to call this a job, doing commentary for women's cycling, and I absolutely love it. I see an attack going up the left side right now. Couple of riders trying to jump way up the left-hand side. Let's see who these are. Okay. I did see someone that looked like they were riding in a Picnic Post NL jersey. And we've got Franziska Koch up there. Yep, riding solo right now. Peloton's chasing just 3 seconds back. And we got our second peloton. A bunch of riders back here. 49 riders back here. So they're a minute and 25 seconds back. Who's in here today? I know Robert was saying something about... So tons of the Movistar riders were just spat out the back earlier. Probably something to do with the crash. Yeah, there's the Picnic rider right now. Watching it happen. We got 3 Picnic Post riders back here. 4 Arkea riders. 3 UnoX. This team here, Cofidis. Just looking to see the FDJ riders out here. Okay, so I think we're okay. I think all of Demi's team is up in the peloton now. I believe so. But same with New Adoma here. So it looks like she's got a full team with her almost. Yeah, here they are. Demi Vollering. Looks like 6 riders anyways. No, actually it looks like 7 to me. So I think her entire team's here. 1 rider off the front, Franziska. Team Picnic Post NL. 25 years. She just turned 25 on July 12th. She just had her birthday a couple weeks back. 2 weeks ago, she had her birthday. Turning 25 years old. Going hard at the front, guys. Going hard at the front. We were only 7 kilometers remaining. She's on a tear, trying to do the long break. But they are right on her. And then you can see the third group back here. These guys are going to lose tons of time today. So, okay. Yeah, Kim, I was saying that too. She appears to be in there, but I did see something that said she abandoned. Dream Team, Lippert might be their GC leader now. She went down in the crash too. That's Leanne Lippert. She went down in the crash as well. Their bikes were actually tangled together. It took them forever to get back up. Lippert had a great Giro. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Dream Team. Weebs. Okay. That would have taken my wild guess. If you would have said this is how you spell it, but this is the country they're from, I would probably try to change the W to a V. Vibis. And the other one, Vlodarchik. Dream Team, where are you from? Vlodarchik. Henko Vonder. Boom. Looks like Puck Peters is also in the front. Yeah, I'm looking for Puck right now. I'm looking for the red hair, guys. I'm looking for the red hair. See how Puck does. I know she's quite young as well. She'll be still competing, I think, for young riders jersey, I believe. Robert, the black and white flags, the flags are Breton. So they're black and white flags, black stripes like the U.S. flag, and then they have black pine trees in the top corner where the stars and stripes would be. Ooh, Eliza Longo Borghini is... No, it's not. Sorry, guys, it's not. Blanca Voss. I saw the red, white, and green. Blanca's out the back here now. What is going on here? Blanca's out the back, and it looked like she was coughing really hard. 4 riders on the front right now. Okay, guys, I got to figure this out real quick. Okay, so something's happened there. It's coming all back together right now. There was a group of 4 off the front. It's all back together. But Blanca Voss was out the back. Trying to see what's going on here. Peloton chasing hard. I think she's in the middle somewhere unless she jumps back on. Here they're highlighting Balsamo right now. Okay. Robert Singh is set up for another dull Vibis Vin. Yeah, she's very strong. Visma Lisa bike on the front. Lidl Trek sitting on the left-hand side of the road. At least, actually, 6 Visma riders here. Okay, let me get caught up, guy. Lippert is 1 minute behind, and she is... Okay, Lippert's behind, so she is in this group back here. I believe. I think she's back here. Blanca Voss is back there. Yeah, they were showing Blanca Voss. Okay, there she is. Pauline Prevost. Is that how you say her name? Pauline Prevost. Let me check this out, guys. Prevost. I put an S in there. I always said Prevost. Pauline Prevost. There's at least 6. Oh, it's Imogen Wolf is up there. Marianne Voss. This is a strong team, guys. This is such a strong team. Get back to it here. Yeah, so there's a bunch of riders, 50 riders that are 2.5 minutes down. Live tracking here, folks. Live tracking. Let's get back to it. Next time, actually Monday, I'll be able to show you their locations in a 3D animation that shows you all the locations of the major groups. It can't show you every location yet with the men's race, and it's got nothing to do with the women's race. It's the limitation of what the app's allowing right now just for resources. Vibis looks like right in the front group right now. On the left-hand side of the road. Visma lining up on the right-hand side of the road. We do got to go through that bridge one more time. So let's hope everyone stays upright. Yeah, Kim, I was saying the same thing. Okay, somebody is riding Marlon's bike. She still shows on the lists. I know. But they had the full abandon show up here. You know what? She might have given her bike to someone else. How about that? Could that be possible? Maybe. She might have swapped her bike to someone else in that crash. Because I saw when the crash happened, whatever it was, I don't know who the other rider was. I think it was Leanne Lippert. I think that's who it was. She seemed more concerned about getting her up than herself and getting her going. And then she was turning to look for the team. Visma driving the front right now. Four riders in Visma jerseys up front. The fifth rider looks like a UAE rider. A couple of Trek riders there. 3 Lidl Trek riders. Let's get it, folks. Let's get it. Getting close to the finish now. We're going to finish right at the very top here. We do got to go through that insane bridge crossing they went through. 2.5 kilometers to go. I'm actually 400 meters behind on my feed here. So what I usually do when I do these, I'm going to make it so I can't see who finishes and just kind of, well, it might be hard for me to do this since I don't know all of the riders that well and even some of their jerseys right now. I guess I got a lot of homework to do today. No rest for Colin. No rest for Colin. Robert's saying anyone but Vibis. Robert, good knowledge, Colin. Thanks. Sure, I'm not even sure, Robert, what you're saying that too, but Blanca Vass is just losing time, so she will ignore tomorrow for a breakaway. Okay. Yeah, fall way down in the GC. This is the tactic. Fall behind really bad one day, so the next day, the GC will go, yeah, go ahead. But you got to lose like 10, 15 minutes one day. Yeah, she was on the side of the road, and it looked like she was coughing extremely hard. And she was barely pedaling. Obviously, there's only 2 groups on the road right now. Starting the climb, guys. We are starting the climb right now. Starting climb. So glad I did this today, guys. It is growing. I'm seeing 80 people watching now, guys. I'm hoping within a couple of days we're going to see 400 and 500 people watching. They took that bridge. Okay, that's the bridge that got them before, and they're all through. They're all through. Now the climb starts. 1.7 kilometers to go to the top of the climb. Visma driving hard at the front. Visma driving extremely hard at the front. Liv Alula Jaco is there as well. Lidl Trek. Here she comes. UAE. Who do you think it is, guys? Eliza Longo Borghini. Love saying her name. I think this might be Marianne Voss driving on the front right now. A lot of long shots and helicopter shots. Borghini in 4th, 5th position on the road. 2 Trek riders huddled in there. UAE rider there. Who would that UAE rider be? Who do you guys think it is? UAE rider. Okay, one of her teammates is right there. I'm just trying to figure out who that is. FDJ rider at the front. Where is Demi right now? Okay, I think I see Demi a couple riders back there. Kasia is coming up. So it was Kasia I was trying to identify before. She's sitting about 5th place overall. The flags of Breton flying. Demi is about 2 riders over on the left-hand side of Kasia right now. Lidl Trek on the front now driving. We've got a Lidl Trek sandwich with a Visma rider in between. Lidl Trek rider just peels right off, so that rider was leading someone else. Totally hits the chutes, like she almost just pumped the brakes there. Brake checked everyone. Visma rider on the front right now. We're going, guys. We're going. We are going here. Let me just... Robert doesn't want Vibis to win. Vibis is an all-white European champion jersey with shoulders like an NFL player. Yeah, dude, I think that's what... Puck Peters is showing up. She's sitting in about 10th place right now. Demi Vollering in 8th. Kasia Neodoma in 4th place on the road. 700 meters to go. Someone's going to explode here at any second. I can see... Dude, I can see Vibis from a mile away. I can see her from a mile away. She's in a very, very white jersey. And yeah, she's got shoulders bigger than mine. Love it. That Visma rider is just rocking and rolling right now. 10% gradient. I think she could pull away from them. Whoever this is, she is pulling away from them. Watching a replay though, guys. I'm watching a replay. She did jump away. Everyone's pursuing her now. So I'm going to jump over here. Oh, is this... This might be Pauline, I think. I think this is Pauline at the front. I think so. Are they saying that? Yeah, all the favorites minus Rooster at the front. Oh, yeah. This Visma rider just lights it up, folks. Huge gap. Huge gap here. I can't identify her from a distance, but just the facial looks like Pauline to me. I think that might be her. Might be her. We're going to see right away when this lights up. I'm going to actually do this over here because I can't tell. At least a 100-meter gap here on the 6% climb. Just absolutely drops everyone. That should be the finish right there, guys. I'm waiting for results here to pop through. That was the third time around, wasn't it? Sure was. Stage winner was Marianne Vos. Holy crap, Marianne Vos, 38 years old, takes the win, guys. Again, these are really, really long-range camera shots. It's almost like they pulled all the motorbikes out on these laps. That's what I think's happened there. Oh, Marianne Vos came across at the finish line. I'm getting the replay now. So there it is. Okay, so that's what happened. Okay, so now I see what happened there. It didn't look like Marianne Vos to me. I thought it looked like Pauline. Again, I recognize them with their hair down more from their pictures. At the very finish line, Marianne Vos came with the Soudal rider here. This Soudal rider right here. AG Insurance, K. Lecourt Pioneer. Okay, I know that's a bad pronunciation there. Pauline just hung on for third, but she had a huge lead on them there going to the finish. So Visma 1 and 3 today. Great job. Awesome job there. That Pauline Ferrand Prévost has a huge explosive climbing kick. Like dropped everyone. Almost held off the peloton all the way. Okay, so let me just back up, guys. But yeah, back to Robert. Vibes has shoulders on her, big time. It's almost like she came from a swimming background or something. Okay, that's the train. Garitz, Guarishi, Brevold, Kopecky, Vibes, that's the train. Kasia taking a peek at the front. Go Kasia. Giddy up, Lodell. The GOAT wins. Yay for Vos. Yeah, she just came across at the last second. I'm watching here. It looks like Pauline's fading. Replay here. Vos goes. The Soudal rider on her shoulder, but really had no chance coming. Fourth place. Someone with world champion bands. Maybe that was Kopecky coming up too. Hard to tell from here. We'll see if we get any more signs here. What's going on? Take a look here. Oh, it was New Adoma. Okay, so it was Kasia there. All rankings. Let's see what we got. Here are the stage ranking guys. Check this out. Points jersey. Okay, so this is not updated yet. They haven't added the final points on. Vibes got the first points through, but Marianne Vos is going to take it here because I think there's 30 points available at the finish line. So we'll just go back to the general ranking for now. It is showing her, okay, 39 points. So Marianne Vos is in the green jersey and she wins the stage and she's 38 years old and she races for Visma. How do you guys like that? Had her teammate going up the hill. So this rider here, I just want Kim, thank you. You have a nice, easy first name for me. She was second on the sprint today, so she's going to get some good points overall. Again, we're looking at the stage ranking. Third place was Pauline Ferrand Prévost. Third place. I thought she was going to hold him off. Then I saw Vos as the winner. I'm like, okay, well, I wasn't looking right. But obviously, different looking. New Adoma came in. Vollering gets 5th place today. This is just on the stage, guys. I want to see the points, though. They still haven't updated them. I'll go back to the live tracking here. What we can do is try to zoom in on the sprint point. Hopefully I get it. Okay, that was the first time through. It was Vibes, Koch, who went on a breakaway, Van der Breggen. At the finish line, they're not going to give it to me. Yeah, I'm not getting it yet. Sorry, guys. Go back to the race. See if we get some points here. Yeah, here she is. Marianne Vos, like the ultimate legend. Third place for Ferrand Prévost. So, yeah, I think Marianne Vos has the yellow jersey for sure because she won the stage. And I think she has the green jersey as well. If I can jump back over here, we'll look at the standings. I think we can do that here. They're not showing the green jersey yet. I don't know why. But yeah, so Marianne Vos has the yellow jersey, and I believe she has the green jersey. All rankings. See if we can get any more here. Here's the points. She must have them. Yeah, it still hasn't updated, guys. Individual, we'll go to the GC. She gets a time bonus as well. So 10, 6, and 4 time bonus for Vos, Kim, to keep it simple for me, and Pauline. So that was a lot of fun, guys. Yeah, Team Visma got it. Marianne Vos, like absolute legend in women's cycling, in any cycling. Swoosh Kid, great initial stream. Thanks, Colin. Yeah, thanks, dude, for being here. Thanks for supporting. I know you've been with a lot of days over at the men's coverage. Yeah, Robert, too. Yeah, thanks, Robert. He says, anyone like on your way out if you've forgotten? The more likes you guys give me here, the more likely other people are to see this. And let's hope some women start watching it. I'm here doing the commentary. I want to see women jumping in here. We had Kim today. We got, I think Dream Team's a lady. I never really asked, but she knows a lot. This person knows a lot about women's cycling, Dream Team, so I'm so glad they were here too. Dream Team, if you can be back tomorrow, I'm going to schedule the next stream in the next couple hours. It'd be great for some knowledge to get in here. Dream Team saying Voss, Pauline, Tactic, always good. Yeah, that 1-2 punch there, that was incredible. So yeah, they are showing here stage positions here. Voss, Kim, Pauline, Kasia, Demi. Puck Peters got 6th place today. Anna Vanderbregen got 7th. Rounding out the top 10 was a British rider from Picnic Post, Georgie. I don't know who that is. We had Rujackers in 9th and Janssen in 8th. Gebhardt's back. Dude, this guy, Eric Gebhardt. Eric, how do I know you? I know you said you love my Zwift ladder league races. Dude, I'm just wondering how you know me because I didn't get an answer from yesterday. Yellow for Voss tomorrow, and I think she's got the green jersey as well. Okay, the acronyms, PFB, ELB. Yeah, their names are long. Thanks for that. Pauline, Longoborghini, and Vanderbregen. Yeah. Eric saying, very nice stream. Love to listen while I get work done. Yeah, Eric, just if you can, let me know if you just watch my Zwift ones. Have you participated in one of them? Maybe you have. I just kind of feel you're familiar a little bit. I'm going to be doing more of those too. I'm going to be sandwiching them in after. Okay, so you do ride with TMP. I thought you might have. Team Not Poggy. Okay, dude, that's cool. I kind of had a suspicion that you were, but it's been so long since. I think I'm doing a Monday's race for you guys. I don't know which team that is. But anyway, guys, I'm going to call it here. And we're going to see you all bright and early in the morning. I've now been streaming for off and on for almost 8 hours. A third of my day. Let's get it, folks. Back in the morning. We'll do the women first tomorrow, early, and then we do the final stage of the Tour de France 2025. Keep rolling with the women on Monday. We'll go from there. Okay, everyone.